And told me that she was the mistress. And I said, you what? She said, I'm his mistress, and he's getting ready to come to Charlotte to visit me. I want you to follow his wife. I said, you say what? She said, I want you to follow his wife. I said, why do you want me to follow his wife? She said, I think she's cheating on him. I said, okay, you the mistress, and the lady's husband's going to come to Charlotte to visit you. She said, yeah, I have his child, and he's coming to spend the weekend with me and the child. And I said, okay. And you want me to follow his wife while he's in Charlotte? She said, yeah, because I think when he's down here, she's cheating on him. I said, okay. I said, can you hold for one moment? I pulled over the car. I had to get out the car to holler. I just screamed. I said, I know this lady's not asking me. She's the mistress, and she asking me to follow his wife. Well, it goes way back, how I got interested in it. I'm a movie person. I love movies. And I guess one of my favorite action heroes is James Bond. And that was really one of the first movies I saw as a kid. My mom made me ride to the drive-in theater with my sister, you the backseat passenger. And it was Goldfinger. I just got excited about the way he carried himself. He dressed nice. He was a nice looking guy, quick wit, lots of questions and stuff like that. That got me interested in him. But even though he was supposed to be a secret agent or something like that, but instead of the police, but it's basically the same thing. But that's how I got interested in it as a child, probably 8 years old. At that point, I said, I'm gonna be the police. I used to go by the police department in my hometown, talk with the police officers, seeing what it would be like. After I graduated from high school, I decided I was going to major in criminal justice. Even though my mom wanted me to go to law school, I wanted to be a police officer. And I did work homicide when I was with the RMTD, so I do have experience doing that. And I did sex crimes, homicides. I was an undercover investigator for a while when I first got out the academy. So I've done a little bit of everything. My role has changed drastically. I do a lot of domestic cases, which is spousal cheating, husband and wife, partner and partner, those type of cases. I work a lot of insurance fraud cases, work those, and I do a lot of follow-up investigations for some of the attorneys. If there's a homicide or automobile accident, something like that, I do a follow-up investigation for several of the attorneys. We're going to go to Cary, North Carolina. A guy I need to get a statement out of, see if he's home. I've called several times, he don't return the calls, so now we're gonna go to his house. We gotta get him served. He was the driver of a car that was involved in the accident, and we just need to try to get a statement from him. He may not even still live at this location, but I have to check it out anyway, because it's been some time since the accident, and just wants me to get a statement from him as to what happened, how fast he was driving, did he see the person, why he was unable to brake in time to prevent from having the accident.
You have arrived at your destination. The route guidance is now finished.
This could be anywhere. If you knock and see if someone will come to the door. Okay, your name?
I'm Nancy.
Nancy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if you want to stop at the apartment.
Oh, they won't tell us.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm. No, they can't. They won't tell you.
You can't
They
subpoena them
have
or?
to get a subpoena to get it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Yeah.
Well,
It's just the way the law is. Protects you.
right, but yeah, I would get a subpoena to get the information because you know they know where he is,
Yeah, they probably know he moved, but they may not know where he moved
where
to.
he went.
Yeah.
Well, gosh, I wish I knew. But yeah, no, we're from Florida, so.
Oh, so no problem. I'll find you.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck to you.
Mm-hmm. The case is involving the Stephen Eugene Jackson. You remember the one on Austin Avenue where the guy ran into the back of her? Back of the car?
Yeah.
Okay, now,
Uh-huh.
now he's moved from where he's located. How much you want me to try to find him or what?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to serve the complaint on him. I'm gonna have to serve the lawsuit on him.
okay. Yeah, I just talked to the people that live there, and they say he's probably been gone for about a year from this apartment. So
Okay.
I'll try to track him down through his license and whether he'd moved somewhere else. See, like I said, you end up putting a lot of miles on your car, a lot of driving, telephone calls, tracking people down on the computer. And some people move so much. Yep, a friend today, her son was involved in an accident in Charlotte, and she called and asked if I could find out who owned the car, because at first the girl said that, you know, she would pay for it.
Yeah.
And no need to call the police. So the son, being a student, he listened to that, and then when they sent the bill to them, they said, "Oh, it's too much."
Mile, right.
But I was able to find the car by the license tag. At least the son wrote the license tag down, and he remembered her name, and it all came back to her and her mom. But they had moved 40-some times, so I told them they probably not going to get any money out of it. Anybody moved 40-some times, and the mother's only 49, that's a lot. See, somebody that's moving that much is either financial or they running from somebody, or they doing things and they move on and start a new life. And you know, they had lived in Charlotte, they had lived in Raleigh, they lived in Knightdale, they've lived in Prince George County, Maryland, you know, stuff like that, 40 times. It's just a lot of moving. I had a few ghosts, yeah. And I'll get back with the client and I'll tell them that I've talked to this person, that person, this person. We follow up on different places they've lived, and we just can't find them. And it's going to be some people you just can't find because, like I said, they may not own a cell phone. They may always live with someone else, with a girlfriend. And the only way you find them is if something happened to that person. And then you have some that will sit down and just tell you everything. It just depends on the personality and the mental state that the people you're dealing with are. But a lot of the people out here we're dealing with have psychological problems, and so that's why they're living the way they're living. And that's when sometimes you have to be willing to listen to people, because sometimes they just need someone to talk to. And I was young, thought I could save the world. I ended up realizing I can't save the world, but I can save a few people that's in the world. And, you know, I don't see everybody as a hardened criminal. You know, you can sit down and talk with some of these kids and people, and you'll find out that there's other things going on in their lives besides just out here breaking in and robbing and stealing. Some of them do it because they are in need, and some do it just because they think they can get away with it. So I try to save those ones who are in need and talk to them and try to guide them in a different direction, or even try to get help for them. Most of them don't break that cycle because they started becoming criminals at such an early age. You have one or two that will break that cycle and try to make a change in their life. But it's a difficult cycle to break because they start depending on other people instead of themselves. And that's why they'll move in with someone else who already have utilities and things of that nature because they can't afford to buy it, either because of their credit or because of their criminal activities. Find some you don't, some you find in the system that they are already deceased. And the way the lady said this guy was driving, he might be deceased.